Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, for the better part of this year, especially from somewhere there in February to now, we have been talking about this issue of AUC, the chairmanship over the pending election that's supposed to take place regarding the replacement of Musa Faki. So, we have talked about the emergence of Fauzia, the Somalian candidate. We talked about Mahmoud Yusuf, of Djibouti. But despite the fact that the AU had given East Africa to produce a candidate, because this time around they are favoring East Africa. Despite the fact that that has been the case, some other countries have been salivating for this same position. So we talked about Somali, we talked about Djibouti, and then nobody else surfaced. So in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, there is another twist to this Raila Odinga's race of the AUC chairperson. Someone else has joined the race. So I want us to go to this specific country that is seeking to, spoil the chances of Raila Odinga ascending to the AUC. Mind you, going by statistics, Raila is the most favored candidate in all these people who have shown interest. So before we get there, please like this video to enable YouTube to share it to other people who are not part of our audience. And also, you can subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before. And to existing subscribers, thank you so much for making this channel grow, because without you, this channel cannot grow. So, Raila Odinga has encountered a fresh challenge in his pursuit of the African AU Commission chairperson position, because Seychelles Foreign Affairs Department endorsed Vincent Meriton, a former vice president and foreign minister, for the February 2025 election. According to Seychelles, they say that Meriton has an extensive experience and advocacy for the blue economy on the global stage, and which the Seychelles government believes makes Meriton an ideal candidate to enhance implementation of the Commission's executive decisions. So this endorsement from Seychelles adds complexity to Raila's campaign, because, like I told you, Djibouti and Somalia have also nominated their own candidates. So despite these new entries, Raila still received a significant boost, a boost that is putting him at the forefront ahead of all these three, all of them. Raila is the best favored. We all know that elections are drawing near, and the field of candidates for the AUC chair position is becoming increasingly crowded. And this reflects the high stakes and regional interests at play. Each candidate brings a unique set of skills and visions for the future of the African Union, making the upcoming election pivotal for the organization's leadership and direction. There is a time, if you've been following this politics, especially these updates regarding AUC, there's a time I talked about Pan-Africanism. And that is what is expressed in Raila Odinga. Those people who know Raila Odinga better, they know that he is a Pan-Africanist. In a certain video, I talked about the reference that Julius Malema had on Raila Odinga. So many people in Africa have likened Raila Odinga to the Nelson Mandela of the day. Nelson Mandela of the day. So if you look at all these other candidates, talking about Fauzia, Fauzia, talking about Mahmoud Yusuf of Djibouti, now latest is Vincent Meriton, none of them has exhibited the Pan-Africanism characteristics in them. So that puts Raila Odinga ahead of all of them. And two, Raila has served, AU infrastructure head. He has served. So that also gives him an upper hand. And that's why you find that there's a time Obasanjo, Olusegun Obasanjo, the former president of Nigeria, he came to Kenya specifically to endorse Raila Odinga and to request Raila Odinga to accept that proposal, of which Raila agreed, and the rest is out there in the public domain. I think you saw those footages whereby there was a joint press between Raila and Obasanjo. And mind you, Raila and Obasanjo have been buddies for long. I mean, this is nothing that you're supposed to even worry about. They have been buddies for long, you know. It goes way back to the days of Moi, you know. So personally, I think Vincent Meriton is not going to pose a threat to Raila Odinga. Don't think so. The person whom people think could be a threat is Fauzia. But you know, of course we know that Kenya is involved in some shuttle diplomacy here and there, trying to, you know, convince the Somalian counterpart to withdraw their threat. Of course, until now, people are still waiting for those names that will be submitted to the AU, you know, for the position. People are still waiting for those names. So those names have not been submitted as at yet, you know, as at now. And that is the time people will get to know the real candidates. Probably, maybe there are some other people who have not come out to probably express their interest. Probably there are some countries which will still show interest, because we are still like how many months, you know, because now almost 10 months, you know, 8 to 10 months there before the election. So there is still ample time. And in politics, hata siku moja huwa ni muhimu. Someone can change his mind at the 11th hour. The person that many people seems to be, you know, think he should pull out is Fauzia. But you see, if Fauzia pulls out, let's say based on the deal between Kenya and Somalia, and they agree on some bilateral, maybe some kind of arrangement, bilateral arrangement, Djibouti and Djibouti refuses to pull out, because like if you remember the videos we did here, so we talked about Djibouti, that Djibouti is always destroying Kenya's chances most of the time. You know, when I made a specific reference to the UN Security Council, the membership, and Africa Union had given Kenya a mandate to vie for that position, and Djibouti, despite knowing that that was the position of the Africa Union, still went ahead and vied for that position. But Djibouti was thoroughly beaten in votes. The reason why I think Djibouti always wants to spoil chances of Kenya, and I've explained it in my previous analysis, is that even now, Africa Union has given Somalia a chance to vie for that UN Security Council membership. I mean, they have been given that endorsement. So Djibouti has not shown interest in that position. So that already points to a fact that Djibouti's interest is only to spoil Kenya's chances. So if Fauzia pulls out in this race, pulls out from this race, maybe just say in the event that she pulls out from the race based on the bilateral agreement, Djibouti will still want to soldier on until the election date. Most likely Djibouti will not want to pull out. And if that is the case, then it means Raila will have to face the OIC membership, because the OIC membership either wanted to support Somalia or they wanted to support Djibouti. So the entrance of Seychelles in this arithmetic, Seychelles' entrance into this arithmetic, I don't know whether the intention is to split OIC, and is Seychelles part of OIC? I have not checked those facts, but I will check the facts for you. And I think in another subsequent analysis on the AUC, you know, development, I'll share that part with you, because I believe there must have been a very, very interesting reason why Vincent Meriton is being fronted now by the Seychelles. And mind you, Vincent Meriton is a former vice president of Seychelles. Either the president of Seychelles wants to eliminate Vincent Meriton from a race. Now he thinks that the best thing is to push his name to be included in the AUC position so that he does not contest in the Seychelles election. Maybe that could be the reason. We don't know. Maybe the same reason that Seychelles is, the president of Seychelles is using is the same reason that the president of Kenya is using, to have Raila Odinga sent to the AUC, and then there will be nobody to remove him from that position. I'm just looking at some of these possibilities, ladies and gentlemen. But what do you think about this latest development from Seychelles? Seychelles is also seeking to pose a threat to the Kenyan government, a threat that is supposed to deny Kenyan government a chance to be the first East African country to have an AUC chair. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this latest development? Perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, please take 1 second and subscribe. Like this video. So until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.